Hi, my name is Tom Lee. I am the Territory Service Manager for Manitowoc Ice for the Rocky Mountain Territory, including Arizona, New Mexico, El Paso, and then I go far into the south, Arkansas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. Today, I'm going to be talking about one of the problems that you guys will see in the field. We call it the gibberish on the display. So as you can see, you'll see a bunch of gibberish crap on the display. And in this case, the unit's not working. In most cases, this is due to some kind of a power outage, lightning storm. I call it act of God, or brownouts. And so when you see this situation, the first thing you should do is the old golden rule, which is when in doubt, reboot. So you want to unplug the ice machine. But before you even unplug the ice machine, take a look at your lights on the control board. So make sure the micro and the display light is flashing like a heartbeat. You can also test your water curtain with the bin switch to make sure the bin switch light is going on and off. And so we're going to reboot it. Now, there's a couple possibilities that could be. The thing's going to come back normal. So let's try that first. Okay, you're going to unplug it. Let it sit for about 15 seconds. Okay, then we're going to reboot it back on, put the power to the unit. All right. Now, it's going to do so it's going to come up. So now, in this particular instance, everything came back to normal. So you got the on-off mode. So when you push the power button, the unit's going to come on. It's going to say making ice. You're going to have the water pump dump valve energized for 45 seconds and go through the sequence of operation. All right. So if this happens, or when this happens, then let it run. Tell the customer, hey, you had a gibberish on the display. You probably had ask them if you had lightning storms, power outages, brownouts, that type of thing. And let the unit run. Of course, check a couple cycles. Make sure that you got proper bridge. Make sure it's making a good sheet of ice and harvesting properly. If you reset this thing and the gibberish doesn't go away, majority of the time, or if it comes back, most of the time, or 9 out of 10 times or even more, it's going to be the touchpad with housing, the touchpad with the buttons. There's 3 components in this touchpad assembly. You got the touchpad, you got the LCD display, and then you got the cable that goes back to the board to communicate so that you see the micro and display light blinking. So if it continues, you change out the touchpad with housing. If it still has issues, you may be looking at a control board. Now, in the situations that I've run into, if it is like a blank screen with a little dash on the bottom, gibberish, you see Manitowoc version 3.010, watchdog error, any of those scenarios, majority of the time, change out the touchpad with housing. Once in a blue moon, or maybe that 1 out of 100, it will be the board, or it can be the board. And when that happens, you'll see the lights not being normal. The micro and display light may not be blinking or may not be lit. You may see the CVD relay light lit up on the bottom, which this is a self-contained machine. It's not a quiet cube ice machine like a Taco Bell or a McDonald's. So if you see the CVD light or all the relays on the board blinking, you got a bad board. So that's the only instance or that only time that you may have to change out the control board. But in most cases, unplug it. When in doubt, reboot, plug it back in. Thing comes back, runs normal. Tell the customer, hey, you might have just had a power issue. And if it comes back, it's majority of the time, it's the touchpad. 1 out of the blue moon will be the control board. So with that, thank you. Take care.